I want to hear from you right now. What's the biggest communication challenge you have faced in your marriage? Comment below and let's get the conversation started. Hello friend, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are diving deep into effective communication in marriage and uncovering some of the biggest marriage mistakes many couples unknowingly make. If you are feeling disconnected or communication challenges have started to impact your relationship, you are definitely not alone. It happens to the best of us. Avoiding resentment in relationships and learning to rekindle love in marriage isn't always easy, but it's essential. Whether you are facing marital stress, communication breakdowns, or unspoken issues that keep building up, today we will explore how to strengthen your emotional connection and reignite the spark in your marriage. So, if you are looking for practical, healthy relationship tips and real solutions to rebuild trust in marriage, stay tuned. We will talk about some steps for a stronger marriage and how you can begin resolving conflicts in marriage in a way that builds intimacy instead of tearing it down. Let's jump in if you are ready to take your relationship to the next level and avoid marital burnout. Marriage is beautiful, but let's be honest, it can also be a huge challenge. One of the biggest obstacles to a successful marriage is not learning how to navigate the inevitable mistakes that come with it. That's why today we will uncover the biggest marriage mistake and how to avoid it so you can build a more robust and happier relationship. Regarding marriage, we have all heard the saying, happy wife, happy life. Let's take it a step further. Happy communication, happy marriage. Because when you get right down to it, communication is the key to making it work. Without it, you are left with unresolved issues, unmet expectations, and much frustration. From the outside, it may seem like some couples have it all figured out, but trust me, every marriage has ups and downs. Even the ones that look perfect on social media have their challenges. So if you feel like you are the only one struggling, no, it's not true. You are not alone. Let's get real for a second. You need to know that marriage is a journey, not a destination. It takes work, commitment, and much patience. But the good news is it's worth it. When you try to build a strong foundation, you are rewarded with a lifelong partner who loves and supports you through thick and thin. So, are you ready to learn from the biggest mistake that could be holding you back? Let's do this. As we explore how to rekindle love in marriage, think about a time when you and your partner struggled with communication. How did you handle it? Did you address the issue immediately or let it simmer? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Okay, imagine you are at a dinner party with your partner and things are going great, The conversation is flowing, wine is pouring, and you are having a fantastic time, but then out of nowhere, your partner says something that totally rubs you off the wrong way. You try to brush it off, but the comments lingers in the back of your mind, slowly festering into resentment. Meanwhile, your partner has no idea what's happening, and the night ends with an awkward goodbye and much tension. Alright, fast forward to the following day, and you are both avoiding eye contact, not knowing what to say or do to fix the situation. It's like this massive elephant in the room that nobody wants to address. Does this scenario sound familiar to you? Have you ever felt stuck in a rut in your relationship? What was the turning point for you? Drop your experiences in the comments and let's learn from each other. It could have happened to you before, or maybe you are worried it could happen in the future. It's a great example of how minor miscommunication can escalate into a full-blown argument. So what's the solution? Well, it's not about avoiding conflict altogether, because let's face it, disagreements are a natural part of any relationship. It's about learning how to communicate effectively, even when the stakes are high. In this case, the biggest mistake wasn't addressing the issue immediately. Instead of letting it simmer, you could have taken a deep breath, looked your partner in the eye and said, "Honey, I want to talk to you about what you said last night. It bothered me. I want to understand where you are coming from." Doing so would have opened the lines of communication, cleared the air, and potentially avoid the drama. And that's what we will explore in this video. The importance of addressing issues head-on rather than letting them fester into resentment. Now that we have talked about the importance of addressing issues head-on to avoid resentment, think about a small step you can take today to improve communication in your marriage. What's one thing you can do to start resolving conflicts better? Share your thoughts below. As we dive deeper into the story, you will see how this crucial mistake can lead to a downward spiral of misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and eventually even the dismissal of a relationship. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. We will explore the potential resolutions and how you can turn things around with effort and commitment. So, buckle up, because this roller coaster of emotions is about to get real. When we left off, our partner was stuck in a rut, avoiding eye contact and unsure of how to fix their situation. But here is the thing, there is always time to change. As they began to communicate more openly, they realized that the comments at the dinner party was just a symptom of a deeper issue. It was a wake-up call, forcing them to confront the underlying problems that had been building up over time. Their journey taught them that effective communication is more than winning arguments or getting your point across. It's listening, understanding, and compromising. It's being willing to be vulnerable, admit when you are wrong, and work together as a team. One of the most surprising moments for me was when they started to take ownership of their actions. They stopped blaming each other and started looking inward, acknowledging their mistakes and weaknesses. And you know what happened? The tension dissipated, resentment faded, and love and respect started to flow back in. It was like a weight had been lifted off their shoulders and they could finally breathe again. They realized that their relationship wasn't defined by their mistakes, but by how they worked together to overcome them. If you have ever experienced a miscommunication that turned into a big argument, hit the thumbs up button. And if you have successfully walked through it, leave a comment with what helped you reconnect. The biggest marriage mistake is different from what you think it is. It's not about the big blowouts or the dramatic arguments. It's the small, seemingly insignificant moments that add up over time. Unaddressed comments, emotions swept under the rug, and unresolved issues simmer in the background. There is a need for more communication, empathy, and understanding. But here is the good part. There is always time to change. You can start communicating more effectively today and building a stronger and happier marriage. If you found the tips on strengthening emotional connection helpful, I would love to hear from you. Which tip are you most excited to try in your marriage? Let me know in the comments and let's discuss how you are applying these strategies. The most memorable moment for me was when the couple finally had a breakthrough. That made them realize their relationship wasn't about being perfect, but about being present. It was showing up, being vulnerable, and willing to walk through the tough times together. It was embracing the imperfections, quirks, and flaws that make us human. As they looked into each other's eyes, they saw a glimmer of hope, a spark of love that had been reignited. They knew their marriage was worth fighting for, and the biggest marriage mistake was not worth repeating. Before we wrap up, let's discuss the biggest marriage mistake you have encountered, whether it's avoiding resentment or not addressing issues immediately. Let's continue the conversation in the comments. How do you prevent those mistakes from affecting your marriage? Ultimately, it's not about avoiding mistakes altogether. Instead, it's learning and growing from them and using every bit as an opportunity to build a stronger and more resilient relationship. That's the real takeaway from this video. The biggest marriage mistake is different from what you think it is. It's not the what, but the how. It's how you communicate, love, and show up for each other. It's crucial to know that marriage is a journey, not a destination. It takes work, commitment, and patience, but the rewards are worth it. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I hope you learned something valuable from my exploration of the biggest marriage mistakes. If you did, ensure you hit that like button and subscribe for more relationship content. Remember to share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is the biggest marriage mistake? And how do you overcome it in your relationship? Let's keep the conversation going. If you have ever faced marital stress or communication breakdowns, don't hesitate to share your story. We are all here to support one another. And if you want to dive deeper into any today's topics, let me know in the comments below. Also, watch this video on revive your marriage and love life with these simple steps to build a stronger, happier marriage. See you there, and bye for now, and Merry Christmas.
Silent love is calling faith to shadow me through your home.